What's up, my Central Unit? It's the Central Man here. So this is my review of NXT Takeover 31. So this show will be at the Performance Center. Actually, they kind of changed the name. They call it the Capital Wrestling Center. It's basically paying homage to Capital Wrestling Corporation. It's basically the predecessor to WWE. This is before when WWE became a worldwide phenomenon because it was run by Vince McMahon's granddad called Jess McMahon, and then that was like in the 50s before Vince's dad took over, and then to this day Vince made it worldwide. It was go and check, just type in the history of WWE on Wikipedia. It's the WCW, and then it will be like the WWF, and then World Wrestling Federation, and now World Wrestling Entertainment. Anyway, so the commentators for the show, I think it is Vic Joseph. I think it was Vic Joseph, Beth Phoenix, and also the returning of Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett's return to WWE, man. It's good to see Wade Barrett back on television, hear his voice. I think he had to spend a few months. He had to run over the years. He had to runs in the Indies, in British wrestling. He had to run, a short run with the NWA, NWA Power for a cup of coffee. It looks like NWA. I think NWA Power is a fail, in my opinion. No disrespect. I covered the show last year. It's a fucking fail. It's a bust, because most of the stars are now in AEW. Thunder Rosa, Ricky Sparks. I don't know. That's another topic for another time. Anyway, so I'm gonna start with the opening match of Takeover 30. We got the NXT North American Championship match. Damian Priest defending the belt against Johnny Gargano. It was a good opener. It was a bit physical. I feel like in the lower portion of the match, it was basically a big versus small match. Basically like Gargano's kicking out the big power slam moves by Priest. I think in the lower moments of the match, basically you had Priest was going for like a suicide dive. It wasn't a suicide dive. I think it was like a pattern and dive, but Gargano kind of pushed like some security guards, and basically, the security guards eat the dive by Priest, and then and basically Gargano low blow Damian Priest while the referee saw it. Basically, he kicked Priest in the face, but Priest kicked out over that. I think Gargano hit locked in his submission hold. I think it's called the Gargano escape, but Priest kind of reached the ropes. They were almost teased of the spot. There was the same spot they did at Takeover in Your House, the match between Damian Priest and Finn Balor, but unfortunately they kind of teased it. In the end, Priest hit I think it's called the Reckoning, onto Gargano on the ropes to win this match and retain the North American Championship. Makes sense. Because he won the title at Takeover 32 months ago. I'll be okay with it. Like, Johnny Gargano, on one hand, he's, I think he's done with NXT. I don't know why he's still there. And on the other hand, if he goes to the main roster right now, he'll be the same other wrestlers who, do well in NXT and then they get called up to the main roster and they'll do absolutely nothing. Anyway, before I get to the other matches on the show, I will do my review of NXT episode, really the Halloween episode of NXT. I think they call it Halloween Havoc's episode of NXT. Basically, the first time they did since the final Halloween Havoc pay-per-view in WCW in 2000. So anyway, that'll be on the 28th of October. And also, I'll do my review of the anniversary episode of AEW Dynamite. That'll be next week. Anyway, so let's get back to the matches on the card. Anyway, so the next match on the card, we got Kushida taking on Velveteen Dream. This is Kushida's first NXT pay-per-view appearance. I think he got an injury, I think it was months ago. I think it was a wrist injury. And his gimmick, you can tell he's starting to be more heelish. You know, he's starting using like arm bars. Anyway, I feel like Velveteen Dream is a heel now. Anyway, yeah, this match, it was physical. I think it was a bit physical than the opening match, in my opinion. It was a bit better. It was a much physical match. Throughout the bulk of the match, Kushida basically working the arm of Velveteen Dream. Every time, you know, like Kushida locking in like this type of arm grounding submission hold onto Velveteen Dream, I almost cringe because I thought Velveteen Dream's arm's gonna snap. I would go, if he'd see an actual snap of the arm, I'll be like, holy shit. But you know, he kind of worked on the arm of Velveteen Dream. I think he had like one more of the match. Yeah, Dream worked on the wrist of Kushida. Dream hit the the Death Valley Driver, hit the Purple Rainmaker onto Kushida. Unfortunately, he used his bad arm. Kushida kicked out the Rainmaker. In the end, he kind of locked Velveteen Dream with this type of arm submission hold, and yeah, Dream tapped out. And then afterwards, Kushida continued to injured Dream's arm even more, locked him in like normal arm bar, and the reverse arm bar, and then basically like Dream selling his arm. You know, I think he injured his Dream's arm. I'm guessing like Kushida's now a heel and Velveteen Dream is a babyface. You know, I could see a rematch down the middle. Who knows? So yeah, this was you know, I think it's better than the you know, the opener. The opener was good, but I think this match was a little better in my opinion. So, moving on to we got the cruiserweight title match. We got Santos Escobar defending the belt against Aisha Swerve Scott. I say it was a decent cruiserweight match. You know, the fans are into it. You got like Santos's boys. I think that's Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza. They're trying to interfere in this match. I'm guessing like basically like Scott hit like this hurricanrana onto Santos, and Santos landed in both Wilde and Mendoza. You got Asante Adonis came out of nowhere, attacked both the henchmen of you know, Santos Escobar. I think like Scott kicked out the what's it called, the Phantasma driver it's called, and then Santos kicked out of the 450 splash. In the end, hit the I think it's called a double wing knee to score the victory for Andres Santos. Santos Escobar. I almost say Andre Escobar, but yeah. So, Escobar win this match, retained the title. It was a decent, good match. You know, I'm not really. Sometimes I don't like the cruiserweight title in this era. It doesn't work for me. It's just never worked. You know, that's another topic for another time. But anyway, it was still, you know, good match. You know, the heels got the victory. It's a bit predictable. Anyway, moving on to the semi-main event. The semi-main event, we got the NXT Women's Championship match. We got Io Shirai defending the belt against Candice LeRae. And this was a really good match. I think, in my opinion, this is basically match of the night for me. It was physical. It was back and forth between Io and Candice LeRae. It got fun in the lateral portion of the match. Basically, you had LeRae kind of like locked down, basically holding Shirai near the ropes, and then Candice kind of accidentally elbowed the referee. And I think like Iro was about to do a move off the top rope. Candice got his legs up, and then Iro kind of accidentally bumped the referee out of the ring. And then you got Johnny Gargano came out wearing the referee t-shirt, trying to help Candice LeRae win the title. And then he's like grabbed the women's title belt, and then you got this a little bit of argument between the referee and Johnny Gargano, and then Candice LeRae really grabbed the title without the Johnny and the referee knowing, and then Candice hit Io Shirai with the title belt. Candice LeRae kicked out from that. In the end, Io Shirai really hit the Spanish Fly and the moonsault to win this match, and retain the NXT Women's Championship. I think this was a really good match, one of the best Io Shirai match so far as Women's Champion. It's a damn shame how the Garganos failed to win the belts on this show. Johnny lost the North American Championship to Damian Priest, and Candice LeRae lost the Women's title match to Io Shirai on the same night. I rather like one of them win, but I'm guessing you have to wait it's back to the drawing board for the Gargano. So I'm guessing like Io Shirai probably dropped the belt at the next Takeover show, probably at the night before the Royal Rumble. I thought it was going to be in November, this show, but unfortunately it's this month. So anyway, moving on to the main event. The main event, we got Finn Balor defending the NXT title against Kyle O'Reilly, representing the Undisputed Era. It was a decent main event. It wasn't fantastic. It was physical. It was a technical style match. I feel like both Finn and Kyle kind of bled in the mouth. Yeah, Kyle locked in like a leg submission hold. A lot of submission, grappling style moves. In the end, Finn Balor locked in he didn't lock in. He kind of hit the 1916 and the coup de grace to win this match and retain the NXT title. This match, it was good. It made Kyle O'Reilly thought he's going to win the title. I don't want to see Kyle winning the belt, but he kind of put the money in Finn Balor's mouth. But unfortunately, he came off short. In the end, you had Balor and Kyle O'Reilly shaking hands, show their respect, and there was like shockers in the show. After the women's title match, we got the return of Ember Moon. It's good to see Ember Moon back. I'm guessing he's back in the NXT roster. I think the main roster dropped the ball with her. Both Raw and SmackDown. I think she came back since injury. She got injured last year, but that'd be a good match down the middle. Iro versus Ember. That would be at Halloween Havoc or probably at the next Takeover show. Who knows? And also in the end, you had Ridge Hollins came out, basically beat down the Undisputed Era leader Adam Cole, and leave with a cliffhanger. So Ridge Hollins, I've done my research. His real name is called Luke Menes. He's a former rugby player. He played in the rugby league. It's basically an alternative to rugby union. He didn't won the two major titles in rugby league. That is the Super League and the Challenge Cup. But I think he's doing okay. I think he did well in the Indies. But anyway, so my final rating for NXT Takeover 31. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. This is the best Takeover show of the year. It ended well, started well, it ended well. I think the match of the night for me is Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae. The North American title match was decent. Kushida versus Velvet Dream, that was physical. That was also a good, solid match. And Cruiserweight title match was decent, and same as the main event. Good returns. Good debuts for. It wasn't really a debut. He debuted months ago, Ridge Hollins, but good return for Ember Moon. Hope she do well in the second run in NXT. So, anyway. So that's my review of NXT Takeover 31. Hope you like it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button and subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. NXT Takeover 31. My opinion, the best Takeover show of the year. Better than Takeover 30, and also better than Takeover in Your House. So, this is Essential Man officially signing out. Check you later.